Yo, I have my own intro. It's Jordan. Came out of nowhere. And this is exactly how that Pixar eye felt with that lamp. Oh, shoot. Childish Jordino. What's up, y'all? Childish Jordino here, and we're finally doing a video people keep asking for, a get to know me tag. So, let's get into it. Question number one. I don't know. So some of these questions y'all asked on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, I wrote them down here. I tried not to actually look at any of them until the 5 minutes ago when I wrote these down. So let's see what we got. Easy. First question. Where were you born? I was born in Atlanta. I lived there for like 2 years. No, I'm not from Atlanta. No offense to anyone from there. Actually, offense, because y'all are Falcons fans. I'm not from Atlanta, but I was born in Atlanta. So, and I have family there, you know, I got love for them and everything, but yeah. I'm from New Orleans, but I was born in Atlanta. Let's get that straight, Derek. Anyways, question number two. Does your mom know you're gay? You see, this is from someone who lives in Atlanta, so that's all you Next question. How do you keep your hair curly? I live, I mean, so since my hair is like, you know, 4C, it's pretty tight curls, but, yeah, I just keep living, cause I'm black, so, you know. Where did you grow up? Ooh, this question right here, it's a loaded question. So, like I said, I was born in Atlanta, then moved over to Tennessee for like 5 or 6 years, if I'm counting. Yeah, about 5 or 6 years. Then went with my mom's down to Guyana, South America, lived there for about 3-4 years. And after that, moved to New Orleans, went to high school there, and then I decided to take a year off before college, went to Bolivia, volunteered, went to school a little bit, spent some time in Argentina, and now came back to Tennessee for college. I went up to Detroit to work, but right now I am growing up in Tennessee. Why did you become a software engineer? Really? I was never gonna become anything else. It was just like, that was the only option, basically. Like, I would never like, I might want to do this or this. It was really just, you know, computer science. That's it. And then, you know, code. But I didn't start coding until college. I didn't know any of that stuff. It started, you know, because I like playing video games. I'm like, oh, I want to be a game developer. And then, you know, like by my senior year of high school, freshman year of college, I stopped playing games as much. But, and then it became more about just the problem solving aspect of it. And, you know, I guess money never hurts either. But, yeah, problem solving, just the ability to create new, come up with new ideas, create new products, just every day. Dope. What is your biggest regret? So I feel like everybody says this, but I try to live life without, you know, I try to think of things whenever I'm like hesitating or anything. I'm like, am I going to regret this? And that normally will like cause me to do it. But I'd say probably not being as open in high school, or I shoot say just extroverted, because, you know, in high school you want to look cool, you don't want to do something too lame, but I was still pretty lame. Anyways. I wish I hadn't cared as much in high school and, you know, had just been more confident and gone for, you know, things that just, like, played football more, you know, gotten into basketball, not being so, like, passive about this and that. That was probably it. It's, like, kind of answering the question, kind of not, but, you know, what are you going to do? Next question. How much milk can you chug? 2. Would you start a gaming series? So I actually did start a gaming series in high school, or a whole gaming channel with like my best friends, and like we called ourselves Team 53X, and we made gaming videos, and it was cool. And then, you know, we got cars, got less interested in games. I'd probably stream. I've streamed a couple times, but as like making actual gaming videos, I don't know. It's a possibility, but not on this channel. How about that? Hey, sexy babe. Hey. What are your goals for 2021? Man, that is a great question. You see, I haven't actually thought about that, but I actually know I have. One goal I have is to just get back to my just how fit I was before, injury, COVID, moving to Detroit. That's one goal. So far, this is my second week being consistent. I've lost like 5 pounds, so that's something. But also becoming a better software engineer and being consistent with making videos. And actually, 'cause now that a lot has been going on. I moved down here. I've been doing some other things that I'm probably gonna be telling y'all about later. And I just want to be focused on YouTube, becoming a better software engineer, and getting healthy. Getting just yeah. That's I hadn't thought about this too much, but I guess that's what I'd say. So, favorite food, yo. So, my favorite foods change constantly. I love food, sometimes too much, and so I mentioned in the last food fight video that I was gonna lay off for a little bit because getting back into like meal planning and like actually counting calories and everything, and so I literally only have like a single cheat meal every week, and I don't want to spend it filming. So, but my favorite food right now is probably, it's hard when you've been eating healthy, but quinoa power bowl. So I'm not really a quinoa guy, but if you make it right, so you make quinoa, put it in a bowl, and then saute some like either spinach or kale with onions, garlic, red pepper, green pepper. Saute that up, season it. You throw it on top of the quinoa, and then you make 2 eggs over easy. It's like 500 calories, but it's fire. That is my favorite food right now. Do I have a favorite hat? I wore hats a lot more when I didn't start like dreads. Now I really only wear one hat, and it's like, wait, let me get it. If I ever wear a hat, and really I only wear it when I'm like wearing all black, it'll be this one. First of all, I have a big head, so that's one reason. But yeah, so this is the hat that I'll wear if I do wear a hat. But other than that, I don't see. I've had a couple like hats that I really liked. Like I'm gonna be late. That was one I was rocking for a lot of the time because I was always late. I had like a tape, like one of those old cassette tapes, and it was on fire. I liked that hat, but yeah, I don't really wear hats too much anymore. But next question. Favorite restaurant? Oh man, y'all get me with this food. Favorite restaurant? See, this is another one. Right now, because I'm back in Tennessee, it's this Thai place called Thai Chili. The best Thai food I've ever had. And I've said this before. I've had Thai in New York. Like, this is like the top place in New York. I've had Thai in LA. I've had Thai in Atlanta. I've had Thai in Detroit. I've had Thai in a lot of places except for Thailand. I was supposed to go this year. Anyways. But this Thai in Ottawa, Tennessee. The best I've ever had. Period. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, that's my favorite restaurant right now. Can you still make friends as a new adult? Yeah, you can still make friends as a new adult. I've made a bunch of friends, last year as a new adult. The thing is that one thing I realized as I grew up, or at least let me say as I got to college, is that most people, a lot of people, most people, I like to say most people are not mean. Most people want to be friends with you as much as you want to be with them. Like, especially if you're like in a new environment, say you're starting a new job, especially if you're starting a new job with a lot of people, everyone's feeling the same way you are. They're nervous. They, don't want to look bad. They're like tentative about approaching people, although they might want to talk to them and be friends. So if you just keep that in mind, that people think the same thing as you, but they still want to be friends, like just go for it. And if they happen to be like terrible people, well then you're better off anyways. But yes, you can definitely make new friends as an adult. That was a good question. Oh, my phone looks like that. You see, I got this new phone. I don't know how to act now. You see? Ooh, look at this button. Psych! Ain't no button on this phone. Yeah, I got this last week. Pretty happy about it. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Man, it's getting deep all of a sudden. In 10 years, I honestly see myself probably in like the management space. If I'm still working corporate, I hope to have 10,000 subscribers, at least. I don't know. That'd be cool though. I want to keep making videos. I want to make high quality videos. Like right now, I'm still learning a lot, but I feel like they've gotten better. Like you can see the lighting's better in here. Like, who knows? Might be a little blown out. I don't know. But I, like be married with kids, Charlene, have a house. I'd hope to, keep working with the non-charities I've been working with. Maybe start my own. Yeah, I haven't actually thought that far ahead. Like, I'm a very spur of the moment guy. Or not that, that's not true. I think about 2-3 years ahead. 10 years, that's a little much. But that's where I'd want to be. That's a good question though. How's it feel to be noticed by a news outlet? Notice me, senpai. So the way this question sounds makes it sound like I was on CNN or something like that. But this local news outlet, Nuga Today, picked up one of the videos. It was the Dos Bros versus Chipotle video right here, and so they like followed. It was really cool. That video got a good couple views. But I mean, it's cool. It's not like anything super special, but it was nice to be noticed. It's like, man, this is what I do it for. This is small town news outlet people. I just want to be known in my town. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was cool. And also, I noticed you. Why Ford? So the reason why I chose Ford is because, one, I love cars. Two, with the electric vehicle technology they were doing, it seemed like a really cool job, and it is a cool job, and I had the opportunity to continually rotate to different software engineering teams if I'd like to, and learn, new skills, new tech stack, new technology. So, yeah, that's why Ford, and it's a great decision. Glad it does, yeah, really good decision. Dogs or cats? Dogs, period. I love cats, though. Honestly, I love cats, but dogs are just like, I feel like dogs are so earnest. Like, they're not afraid to show that they need you and they love you. Cats are kind of dicks. But, favorite country that I've been to. Favorite country so far. Ooh. I think it's a toss-up between Argentina and Japan. 'Cause with Argentina, like, everyone was super cool. I'm talking like me and my cousins, we'd be like walking down the road and it's like, people would stop and be like, hey, you need a ride? Or we'd be like having dinner with some random people. Just the people were amazing. But in Japan, in like the countryside, so outside of like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, that's also how people were, which I was surprised about. Like, oh, I'm so upset. So my camera died when this happened, but ended up like met this random guy, and through Google Translate, we hung out the entire evening, and we went and got barbecue with his friends, and it's a toss-up between Japan and Argentina. Both are amazing, though. Guyana has a special place in my heart, but those are my favorite so far. What is the farthest away place you've been? I don't know geographically. Let me look on my map real quick. See what looks really far. Argentina from the US versus Tokyo looks kind of similar. I'm going to say Japan was the farthest away I've been from the States, just because I'm from the East Coast and it's all the way out west, and it looks pretty far. I actually don't know the mileage, so yeah. Let me see. I also posted on my Insta last minute to see if anyone had last minute questions. Oh, one more. What motivates you in life? Honestly, I just want to succeed. I don't really have a definition of that, but as long as I feel like I'm doing everything I can to fulfill my potential, that's what motivates me, I'd say. Also, I really want to, be one of those guys who like buys my mom like a Ferrari. Like that's another big thing. I know it's like random, but yeah, or a house, that kind of thing. But yeah, as long as I'm doing my best, and I ask myself, am I doing my best? Then that's what motivates me to just do my best. Because there have been times when I kind of coasted, mostly in high school. I coasted in my health, I coasted in my schooling, I coasted in a lot of things. So I just don't want to be like that again. Dang. That's yeah. But that's what motivates me in life. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I'm definitely a morning person, although I can stay up late, but my energy in the morning, no matter how late I go to bed, I have not met anyone who can match it yet. And I've kind of had to like pull back some because I get really hyper. Actually, that's a lie. My mom is the only person I know who can match my energy in the morning. Not my sister, not my nieces, like my mom. And so, yeah, but I'm definitely a morning person. I get that from her by far. How are you so extroverted? So I was not always extroverted. Actually, most of my life, when I think about it, I was maybe, yeah, most of my life I've been pretty introverted, um, especially in high school. And then when I got to college, like what I was saying, that's when I realized people like want to be friends as well. So I was just like, and also I just stopped really caring about what people thought. So I just became extroverted. It was weird. Oh, also losing like 65 pounds will honestly do that to you. When your confidence shoots up, you just, I guess, come out of your shell a little more. How many girlfriends have you had? One. That mattered. Charlene. Romambi. I love you. Do you have a best friend? If so, then who? You know, I have several best friends. I couldn't say like I have one best friend, you know, especially like you know, you got the homies. I feel like as you grow up, you don't have just one best friend. If you do have that person you've grown up your whole life with, great. But for me, you know, like in Tennessee, Benz and Kevin, those are my dogs. Like I'll do everything with those guys, and like they piss me off sometimes. I piss them off sometimes. We're always cool. My friend Derek, like from the day I met him, it was just like we were on the same wavelength, which is weird because you have like this 5'9", like chubby black kid, and then like this 6'6" white dude who grew up in Tennessee. We just like kind of like connected. And you know, my dude Alex Reed, he's around travel nursing, and back home Tony. So I got, you know, those are, I'd say, like 5 homies that, you know, those are dudes who be. And then of course we have like my cousins, and I'm like my cousins, so you know, I got like 5, 6, 7 of people who would be like, yo, you got to be in my wedding, that kind of thing, you know. What other YouTube channels do you follow? I I follow a couple. First of all, any of my friends making any kind of content ever, I will listen to it and watch it, because I know it takes a lot to like do this, and then even more to put it out there. And also I love seeing like my friends doing things, so any of that. I watch Jossie Linje. He posts software engineering content. That's like his niche. Mr. Beast, y'all know who Mr. Beast is. Mark Wiens, because his traveling and food, that is like, that is it right there. But like I said, my friends, period. Sarah Lynn Grace, okay, I'm gonna put them up here. Y'all need to. Sarah Lynn Grace, amazing cooking content. Also, she's hilarious. Philip Warfield, Phil's Philosophies. This dude is one of the smartest, like, and most intelligent, that's the word to describe it, individuals I've ever met in my life. His podcast, Kenta Ito, his travel videos. He's just really good at making videos. So, my friend Kenta, the Mama and Minnie show. So that's my friend Shola from high school. She makes content with her daughter, you know, her toddler daughter, and just being a mom. And I can't relate to any of it, but she's entertaining, and I watch those videos, like, seriously. And she also makes like this great TV show analysis called Show Watch on TikTok. Check that out. Yo, anyways, like I was saying, Sarah Lynn Grace, Phil's Philosophies, the Mama and Minnie show, Show Watch, Kenta Ito. There's more that I watch, but I can't, like, those are the people who post consistently, so I'll watch their content all day, every day. Oh, also, my boy Drew Siotong. So we used to be roommates back in like senior year. He posts TikToks as well and skating videos. I'll watch that all day too. Like, yeah, I guess that's the content that I follow. Those are my, you know, the YouTubers I guess, you know, I follow. And of course, I'll be on TikTok for days scrolling. Oh, RDC World. For sure. Those funny, yo, those guys are so funny. Oh my goodness. Caleb City, so many. But yeah, let's see. Like, one question left. What is your favorite video game? So, right now, my favorite game is Cold War, Black Ops. I don't play multiplayer though. Well, I do play multiplayer. That's a lie. But I play a lot of zombies. So that's just my favorite game right now because that's all I've been playing. But I don't really have. Actually, I'll say that's the one. That's the only game I play right now because it's been really busy. I'll tell you all about it in another video, but big things coming soon. Yeah, that's my favorite game right now. But if anyone's ever trying to play like Apex, League, not League, that takes too much of my time. I stopped playing League. Apex, Cold War, FIFA, although I'd get smashed in FIFA, but I'm still down to play. Hit me up. Thanks for watching this video, y'all. I hope, this gets to know, you can get to know me a little better, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You already know what to do if you haven't already. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and, more content coming in the future. Thanks for watching this video. Peace.